Morning, everyone. I hope your day, night, whatever, is going great. And sending coffee, tea, whatever you drink to start your day. And to say, you are enough. Go show what you can do. You woke up today. Thank God. Because you have another chance to go make it better. Not only for yourself, but around everyone around you. Anyway, let's get started. I don't know how long this is going to be. And as the title, I'm being truthful. And asking these ones, because towards the end, it's not only others, these people. It's for like everyone to think about it, change it into, okay, think about if you have any, thoughts of doing, bad intention or revenge, whatever. Change it. Like, oh, that happened to me, before. I know what it's like. Then you should know what it's like for others if you do it to others. Change it to positive. But anyway, let's get started, because who knows when it will get interrupted or how many times I have to restart, whatever. Okay. Now, do you know what it's like, to put up with whatever since you were born? Going through lies, everything taken after you worked hard to provide, fighting all the time, just being here, but you're not, but still doing what you have to anyway, one way or another. Having whatever coming your way and thinking it was you, but it wasn't. Putting everything off, because you had to figure out whatever came toward you. Not occasionally, not every once in a while. Well, that's the same thing, I know. No, it was constantly. you know, in order for you just to be you, you had to put up with all that. And then having, every lawyer and whoever or whatever either wouldn't take your case or take the case, did a little bit here, fill out forms or whatever, and thinking, all is going through, but really, not one was filed, but they just disappeared. It was only not one, but all of them. And whatever came in or whatever was told, well, it can't be done, or whatever it was, oh, just pay for it and just forget about it, Now, with anyone, like anyone, pay for something and forget about it, that it wasn't you or it wasn't yours. Okay. And having someone, you were supposed to be with, but you can't anymore because, they were taken away. And we know what that means. And then, after years of finally admitting to yourself that how could I say it? Admitting to yourself they actually can't come back. And then, after all those years, being told you have someone that, God and well, I won't mention, but them, that we chose someone. Now, with that, don't get me wrong. We both know each other, even though that we never met. But anyway, not that I know of. You see, I can't remember much, but it's coming back to me. But the thing is, me, by choice, and some of it by God. I have to be quiet. Like, totally be quiet. Now, it's like I can ask, oh, how was your day? Or, I love you. I mean, they know I do, but I'm just saying, you know, or text them because I don't know. For some reason, I rather text than call because, you know, I don't want to disturb them while they're working. I never did. That's probably because I don't know how many times I saw, ones are constantly calling, distracting. Oh, honey, I didn't get to go out today. Can you pick up some milk or get this? But anyway, that I can't text. Oh, I miss you. Have a great day. But it's like, you know what that's like? No. And that you have to protect a person, that you have to pretend, that you can't know them, which I can't, and that you have to pretend that he don't know what I'm thinking. And you have to be quiet because you can't speak to anyone, to say how proud you are of them or anyone else. I want to know. Do you know what it's like to have whatever? And, have to start over. I already said all that. And you're finally building everything back up. To make it better. Just to have it all go away. Because you finally, we're doing good, and because you blinked. And you were feeling good, finally, after years. From what, since I was a baby, in and out of the hospital, stuff like that for years. Just to have, from whatever, the injuries. That I'm still working on, that, you know, this last time. Not being with ones. I mean, I really don't care why. I mean, it some, I mean, I could go down the list, but some it's because being kind. So it's like people thought, okay, let's go take advantage. Yeah. Being in, spiritual battles every single day, but can't speak about it to anyone. I'm not explaining that one, but much, much more. Don't get me wrong. I'm grateful with all of it. I mean, since I was a baby, I've been learning the whole entire time. And because I answered, and before I was born, I told God that I wanted to do it. And since I was born, I knew and I learned to protect from whatever these ones been doing. So don't twist that one. And also, don't twist what I said about my DM either. Because he's not with me. Don't think you can go in my head, do tarot, rituals, whatever else to find out who they are, what I'm doing, what I'm getting, the same, stuff. But remember, that's all left behind, last year and all the years prior. So you're wrong for this year. But it also doesn't mean they, my DM or whatever, that they can do whatever, by being with whoever, doing, like I said, I don't know, because they're not with me for some reason. Or it could be that, if God is making a plan or not, don't know. Either way, none of you are going to know. Because, they know. And this is just with some things. I wouldn't take, just say, him and the guys' night, if they watch football. I would love that. Because first, it would be like, my dad being there. Because that's what we used to do. I don't watch football anymore. Or technically anything, but anyway. I would never do that. So, with these ones, it goes like this. When I said it's enough and it went too far, you messed with the wrong one. What did you think? I was that same person, years ago? No, I'm not. It was way too much that was done. And you're still trying, but it's not going to happen. This year is when everyone, not only me, starts putting all these ones that have been getting away with whatever. When everyone starts speaking up to the authorities or whatever it may be, now remember, you never put anyone in danger or whatever. You get what you can, go to the authorities, and have them deal with it, and make sure it sticks. Because, as I said in my other videos, they're tired of ones getting away with it. And with other ones, they're tired of things being forced and that it's not where we should be. But there's a lot of progress, though. Now it is. And it's going to be even more better this year and years after. So, whatever you try or whatever, it don't matter. And it shouldn't matter. I'm being me. Don't matter if I'm trying to help others, to see the bigger picture, coming together, with ideas, everyone coming together with ideas, making it better in, your communities, town, whatever, all around the world. Spreading love, breaking bread together as one. Everyone being there for each other. Me speaking the truth, speaking about God. It's not pushing anyone into, how it used to be. Oh, if you, don't go to church, or you believe in this, you believe in that, God is going to punish you. No. When you do crap, what's been going on, and you don't listen to the warnings, or to anyone, or, each other, or whatever, then he will punish you. If you did wrong, you did a sin or whatever, and you continue, he will make sure you see or hear or feel the signs. What, when I speak about God and everything I went through and helping others, that we need to make it better, and etc. It's saying how to find who you truly are, and to tell you, what needs to be done. I'm not telling anyone, revenge or whatever is the solution. No. Coming together, and as that saying goes, two heads make, a great idea, or the best solution to solve anything. Doesn't have to be two. It could be just you. But no, that's not what I'm telling people. And I wouldn't do it. Because did I ever take revenge to every person who did me wrong? and what I went through and what all of them did, and don't forget how many they took, and how much they stole, and then what they put others through, because, I couldn't tell, say what was going on, at that time. I mean, at first I tried, but, watching everything go by like so fast that I missed now with all of you that's involved. I want to ask, now when I was saying, everything you missed, um, I mean, everything I missed, I meant to say. And things were going by so fast. And I mean, now I'm remembering things, but you couldn't remember since you were a child, except for bits and pieces. I want to ask, when you go on vacations, do you remember any of it? Except while you were on vacations, what happened? That's all you can remember? From, let's say, going on a vacation, and being robbed, but didn't know the language. Or, let's say, getting hurt. Did that ever happen? Or, let's say, getting heat stroke. I forget what the other one is. Sunburned. Seasick. And thought you had to get stitches, but they didn't really, they couldn't do that, so had to get, I forget what it's called, something else in replace, instead of stitches, across your eye, all at the same time. But don't remember the trip on any of it. Do you know why? It was all because it was forced. That's why. You know, every single time. Along with other things that were forced, you know. And because of all that, everything, you know, I had to do to that I spent all that time proving, trying to prove, I meant to say, that it wasn't me, that, you know, it wasn't my fault. Along, trying to prove other things. So, all that, I mean, you say that I am taking revenge, but when you think I would have taken revenge, you know, I know all of you would, but no, I didn't, and I wouldn't. Let's see, why you say? Hmm. As I've been saying, because the whole time, whatever, since I was a baby, on those vacations, and it was supposed to be family vacations or on, with a friend, whatever, I spoke to God and asked for his help. That's how I got through everything, other than on my own, but mostly him. And I put everything in his hands. That's how. was taught, along the way, who I am, what I could do. But the thing is, now he's showing what I can do instead of me taking the, revenge. Takes more energy to, come up with revenge or to get back at somebody, than to have a conversation with God or, whoever, spiritual team or an ancestor. Takes less energy just to have a conversation and ask them to help, to get you through, and to guide you what you can help, to help you to change or go do something better. And for, I've been doing it, since I was 18, leaving comments or trying to help. But the last, I don't know, 7, I think, 6 or 7, I can't remember how long ago, when this other groups got into the others, that I've been dealing with since a baby, and along the way, since I was 18, whatever. Those ones. All this time, it wasn't, just all those simple comments I did, when I was writing. It wasn't for nothing. It was just a simple comment. I'm proud of you, or most of it, it was, God through me, whatever, because I don't remember what I wrote, but when I wrote whatever it was, is what I saw and that they needed to hear. With some, it was, different. It's because I've been with them for years. But the thing is, it was also for everyone to look at things differently, to make it better. Not only, to make, as I say, around the world better, your communities and everything, make themselves better. And some were to open up people's eyes, when they should speak up. That, people can't get away with anything anymore. And one of them was, how workers was treating, patients. But other than that, it was also to help all these people, too. But no. You thought it would be easier. And I mentioned who could be involved in everything. I mean, before and since the beginning. Which I noticed. I don't know what happened to the very first one. I gotta find that and reload it, but maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. But anyway, I didn't give permission to any of you to be up in my business. I didn't give permission what all of you did. I mean, I didn't get into yours. I wasn't speaking about any of you. It was just a simple friggin' comment. That was it. For all, as I said, I mean, I'm not going through the list, but I already did who it could be. Well, not could be. But no. Lies. I mean, it's not only you guys. I mean, I still have the ones trying, since I was a baby, but then, they got their, the next generation, and all that. I'm not going to go through that either, but I wasn't speaking about any of you. I didn't tell any of you to get involved. I mean, and much more. I didn't tell you to do anything. I didn't blame you. I mean, until with some, but I still didn't say. I said what yous did, but I didn't say your names. I gave initials and your birthdays and what sign you were. I mean, that's all I did. It was for everyone else to figure it out. But hey, but like I said, I didn't blame any of you. And it's all in the past. I left it behind me. So, there's no excuse to blame me. For anything. Based on lies. All kinds of excuses. To blame me. Or to anyone. Because not only me, other people are going through things, and I or whoever wasn't there. We don't know what you went through. So, really, I don't know what you expect with myself or whoever, for different reasons, going through things. I don't know what you expect us to do. I'll just say, and now I think I can speak for, others too, that I know what you can expect. Though, we will not just sit back. For what? To have ones to, continue to walk all over us, like a doormat or a rug. Nope. All that is done, left behind us. Now, this year, we are going to do what's right. So, it's not happening. And that's what God said. So, let's get to well, now, for two women, okay? Now, I've been seeing you, for years. Okay? About 6, maybe 7 years. Probably longer, I don't know. But, don't know what group you belong to. Truthfully. Now, I really can't say it was only, when I'm sleeping, which, that changes constantly, or, taking a nap. But the thing is, now it's even when I'm awake. But don't you think that I don't see the other women and men behind both of you? You know, with candles and whatever else in the dark. But the thing is, with the lights off, thing is, I saw a red light, and while I was there, it was blinking off and on. But, that red light, the light bulb, you better look it up. Back then, look up what it means. But what it means, that's probably what you use it for, other than your rituals. But anyway, I found out what it means. Because, see, we had red and green light bulbs. So, Christmas time, I thought it would look cute, to put in every other light, with our decorations, in our inside. But, I didn't have a light bulb to put out on my porch. And all I could find was the red light bulb. And, but like I said, I didn't know what it meant. I mean, unless they told me something different. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, I was up for a while. But then, until someone told me. But that's probably what you use it for. I'm not telling you. Look it up. Give you something else to do. To, look and stare at the computer or whatever you do. Or the crystal ball or whatever. We'll give you another thing to, Anyway. Both of you. Every time you would get in my face, like really close. while I was sleeping. I mean, I kept, seeing it for a while. But then, not long ago, I think it was like for 2 weeks, maybe. I don't know. I said, F no. Guess what I did? You're probably feeling it. Don't know. I mean, I do know, but yeah. And then I beat the crap out of both of you. Oh, yeah. And the ones behind you. The thing is, while all that was going on, God and everyone were all around watching me. And then after, while all of you were out cold, usually in battles, in my sleep or spiritual battles, usually I'm getting, like, pulled away, carried away, whatever, after a while. No, they cheered me on, but they laughed. You know why? Because I asked, obviously I asked. They were laughing because of, I'll just say temper. My temper. I don't know. What I said, it was funny. But like I said, the last 2 weeks, you both were still doing that. And each time, like I said, I knocked all of you, both of you and the ones behind you, out cold. Well, for about, like I said, the last 2 weeks, I was doing that. And I think about, for the last 3 days, and then all of a sudden, I'm not saying how long ago, but you feel it. I was pulled away to the side, and I was held back because I would have gotten in the middle. And because you got into my face when I was, right before I was pulled away and held back, you guys came up right into my face and then yanked, ripped away so quickly. I won't say, with all of them that was around, what they did to the both of you and the ones behind you. Oh, yeah. I mean, I mentioned it all through here. I know exactly what both of you were trying to do. And you couldn't get what you were trying to do. Now, like I said, you will, or you already did feel what I did and what God and all of them did. And again, I won't say. But the thing is, other than you'll feel it, you're supposed to know. Since you tried to get into, my dreams, my business. I mean, if you could do that, then you should know what they did to you. Oh, wait. I forgot. That's right. You won't. And neither will the others. And that goes also with anyone who tries to get into mine or my family's business again. Or if you are new ones, the same thing. But the thing is, before, I was taken from it, I started seeing a bunch of magnetic forces, lights flashing, going everywhere. And I wasn't the only one that saw it. Everyone else, outside, whatever, saw it. So, this is with anything and everyone or anyone. So think before you do anything to anyone. Unless you want what happened. Same for you. I mean, But as I said, Spirit, God, they had enough with everything. Just as I said, I had enough. And I think everyone had enough of people getting away with crap. That's why, I said before, and that was God through me, or whatever how you say it, saying this year is the time where, ones that been getting away with crap won't. But guess what I'm going to do? What I always been doing. I mean, but like I said, I'm done with all that. Along with the other things that has been done. I'm being me. I'm healing, what I have to, which is a little bit more. I'm minding my own business. Unless I have to get into someone's, because they keep putting theirs where it don't belong. And, these ones should have done what some of the ones who were involved, who decided to go make it better. But, they didn't. You should have done what the others did. So, it's not my problem. And never was. Whatever, these ones been through, what they did, it's their problem. Now, for trying to push everything my way, and the others, what they did, not listening, just doing bad intentions. Like I said, and I'm not the only one. Now it's coming back to all of you, and as it should. I mean, but like I said, not only with me, I don't know you. I wasn't there when you were born to see what was going on. Or when you grew up. Like, you didn't see me, what I had to go through. But the difference is, I knew I would never take revenge on anybody because of what I went through, and I didn't want others to. So, I just started talking to God. you know. So if not only me, others went through things, they got themselves out of it. You could have, but no. People like to repeat and continue things. But you had not only me, there were others saying you need to stop. And we said what was going to happen and whatever else. And I know, what, well, I'm not going to go there, but anyway, there's so much help out there. That's another thing. There's so much help out there. But when I was going all through it, there wasn't. Not one. So, other than, you thought that, everything just came to me or whatever. No, I learned to adapt to things and figured out, an easier way. But the thing is, through everything that I had to go through, did you think that it was easy to figure out? For something to be easy? Not easy, but easier to do something? Gee, I don't know how that could be. That it makes me look like everything just came to me, by silver spoon or whatever. I don't know what you thought. And truthfully, I don't want to get it into your mind because I don't want all that negative that's stuck in your head that I even said how to get that out of there. But anyway, nothing's easy unless you figure out how to do something easier. Not that it's easy, but easier. You never know what people go through to get to that. Now, let's take all of you. Now, everything was easy for you guys, but you wasted your time and your energy. But how it was easy for you is because, should I make you figure that out? Or should I tell you? See, it became easy for you And all of you ignored that you're easy wouldn't really last. Because, you know, how quick you got it, or let's see, or how many years you got away with it, but you didn't notice, you know, quicker that you got it, you know, faster it was, you know, be, you know, taken away, but you didn't notice that. But you also got energy from whoever, you know, etc. And you thought everybody else had it easy. Because you thought that, well, I can't think for others, but take me. You thought I was doing what you were doing. No, I was taught to have something, you had to work for it. Whatever which way. And that God would provide. One way or another. You see, I always had to take the hard way. You know. Because I had to keep changing. So, how's that easy? Because technically, all that hard work, everything that I missed and whatever, I would have had my DM by now. Or, you know, I would have been doing what I'm supposed to be doing by now. But no. Like I said before, I was there at the finish line right there. But that quickly, I had to switch. And I had to go all the way around. Or zigzag. Or whatever how. To get back there. So, tell me. How's that easy? Huh? Now, do I have I don't know, the way of thinking that most of you have? And did I listen to what, back then and, others said? Oh, go marry somebody rich. No. Money, no. And to me, that's disgusting for a person to take advantage like that. When you're capable of doing something on your own. But no. I know a lot of people, that have long nails, go to the salon or whatever, which I love seeing them, on ones. I can't wear them. But anyway, the difference between them and all of you is they work. They could do anything with their nails. They support themselves. And if they have kids, whatever, with those nails. And if they're married, they support, cook, for their husbands. What do you do? See, they grew up, knowing to work hard. Stuff like that. As much as they've been through, too. But what do you do? Because you have a nail, those gorgeous nails. What do you do? Oh, honey, I broke my nail. Can I have some money? I mean, that's fine and dandy that, he gives you money and stuff like that. But there's a difference. He should, or whatever. But no, you don't work. And if you do, you waste your time doing what you're doing, sending different things, or going out with your friends to go have coffee and all this and all that, No. Or you need a sugar daddy, or whatever, sugar mama, whatever. I mean, you won't have the nails, but you get what I mean. You depend on people instead of learning. How it's supposed to be. Bringing old school back. How it's supposed to be. And this is what I'm trying to teach. When you love somebody, you're supposed to be there for each other, support each other. You don't cheat. You don't take advantage of them. Oh, take all their money and then, go out with your boyfriend. Or, you don't lie saying that you're pregnant. But if you are lying because that person's richer than the other one, so you have to pretend and lie saying that it's theirs. But really, it's your boyfriend's or whoever. I despise all that, and so does, God, well, heaven. When you do bad things with money, then that's when it's evil. When you take advantage of somebody, or you steal it, or whatever you do, that's when it's evil. And you'll never have it. Faster you get it, faster, well, God takes it. But you don't know it. I don't know how many times I saw, people using, the money instead of for their kids. They go out, go partying, whatever. I mean, really? At one point, it's like, when I had mine, I was a little older than, the ones that were there. And at that time, I was starting to get a little bit better, or whatever, how you say it, doing things. And I thought it was funny because, they were like, oh, you want to come out with us? I mean, that was nice. At that time I was in a big, like a humongous case. And also, that's when, my dad started to decline. They wanted to know if I went out, with friends and, go have coffee or whatever. I said, no, I don't have time. Because, one, I was taking care of everybody, and my children were real small. I didn't have time. And, they were complaining how tired they were. But the problem is, I thought it was funny. Because they only had one child. And younger. That they said that they were tired. And that they couldn't keep up with their, their child or whatever. But they still had time to go have coffee and all that. They didn't work. you know. Oh, and I can't forget, you know, ones, you know, if you're taking care of some, you know, or helping out, taking them to school, whatever. But the thing is, you know, everyone I would talk to, we would have fun on, you know, until, you know, the kids went in, stuff like that. And then all of it, you know, it's like, oh, your children, because I used to do too. You know, oh, your children are so cute. And I don't know how many times I told them before, they're not mine. You know. And then all of a sudden, no one wanted to talk to me, speak to me. What's up with that? And be told on the playground, oh, you don't know anything about children? Really? I don't give a crap if I am older than you or not. That doesn't mean that I don't know about children or I don't have any. When I was young. I mean, you know, what's the big deal? People better lose the attitudes, the jealousy, and whatever else. Judging people. Because one day it will come back to bite you. And I don't know where. Because, like I said, when God and everybody was all around, you know, and they left. But that's not all that was there. I'll just say there were all kinds of animals. I mean, you know, I could be, you know, that I can change into, or, you know, call upon them, whatever. They were all there too. You know, to get ready if they had to slip in. But the thing is, I don't know if they did or not, because technically, you know, because, you know, the others were holding me back. I was like, okay, I'll just leave. So I left. I don't know what happened. You know. So, this is what I say, you know. That the attitudes and everything, the repeats, and everything should be left behind. And start new. This year is, you know, all about speaking up, not letting people get away with crap, and where God is revealing everything. So think about that. Anyway, I mean, I'm just saying. This is how I am, and I speak. Well, God speaks through me. Everyone needs to come as one, to make it better. And I've been saying this. We can do it. There's nothing about the word change. You hear it every day. Oh, I changed my outfit. What's the difference? You did something new. You did something different. So what is the big deal of I need to change my outlook, my attitude? I mean, I didn't like it that it was done to me, so I need to change and not do it to others to make me feel better. There is tons of ways to make yourself feel better. Go try to help somebody. Go say hello to somebody. Maybe that person didn't hear hello in I don't know how long. You made their day. So think about that. And everything needs to be, solved to make it better. People who don't have running water. Beaches need to be cleaned up. The water needs to be cleaned up. Speak up. Who is putting things in foods and stuff like that. You get what I mean. But anyway, everyone, have a wonderful day today. And go make a difference. Sending lots of love, light, peace. And positive thoughts to everyone around the world. And remember, you woke up today. Thank heaven, God, and go out there and go make a difference. I mean, people can come up with something to go make a difference. So think about it. Anyway, ciao.